Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. This is episode 65. In the last episode, what did we do? Well, we did a little bit of an upgrade in the rocket here, ripping out the crummy normal bed and giving a nice comfy bed, so later when Bubbles heads out, it'll be a much nicer trip. Let's see, what else did we do? We got the Tepedizer going, we're going to talk about that in a second, and we dug out and saw that this geyser that was here is a chlorine. So that's neat. Don't see me using it real soon, but it's neat to have. But yeah, I want to talk about this Tepedizer. The power requirements on this thing are, well, frankly, ridiculous. And I had kind of hummed and hawed about it a little bit on my own, but I also got a very nice comment just the other day suggesting, rather than dragging this water through a Tepedizer, which takes a ton of power, why not, and this, admittedly the piping will be messy, but why not take this cold water all the way down here into this insanely hot room, let that warm it up, which will also, I guess, cool this room as well, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, why don't we use the heat just sitting here to do that job for us? So now the piping, of course, is going to be exciting. And I think what we might be able to do, though, is if I just floor this off so that we don't, have any leaks or anything, I could bring, because I'm going to need a pipe out and a pipe back in, so I basically need a 2-wide pipe, but I could bring it straight down here through this yucky, it's just polluted oxygen, it's kind of yucky, but it's not a big deal. Bringing it down, this really is nothing happening here, then cut over and just reuse, some of this that we've already got. So I think that's what we're going to try and do. Hopefully I don't make too much of a mess of this. But yeah, let's start with some basic tile here. Makes no difference what kind it is. Where's the furthest neutronium? Here. So it looks like this square here. Okay, so it's the very center of the Tepedizer. We're going to wall that off. That way, because otherwise when you build pipes, they always dig, and I don't want this stuff leaking. So that would not be ideal. So we'll have them do the tile part first before I do any of the rest of this. Although I guess I could put in the infrastructure for it. We're going to have to ladder this whole way down to at least there. I guess we could cut in through that, right? Yeah, cut in through all this. Just basically at this point building them a path. We'll sort out the logistics of using it in a minute, but okay, they now at least will have a path. Oh, no, they won't, because there's apparently 1 square neutronium right there. You jerks. Okay, no problem. Alright, the ladder will go on the left then. Or at least it would if I had better mouse skills. Are you happy with this one? Apparently we're going to rip up that dust cap, but that's fine. Okay. Oh, printables. Yes, we want glass, most likely. Other than that, not sure. But I'll try and find something useful. Okay, so that didn't take very long at all. It gave me glass. I'm good with that. That will give us one more of those, which will help power this thing until I get to a point where I can just shut it off. But okay, so you are done. So up here, of course, is all going to be insulated pipe. The only part that's going to be either normal or radiant is going to be in here. But either way, let's get these pipes going. So I think we'll just use normal pipes in here. Yeah, and there's no other pipes. Can't help but notice. Oh, that was from here. I was going to say, this better not have leaked already. It wasn't open, but no, that was from this part leaking. No, that's fine. We can just mop all this. That's not a... It's annoying, but it's not a big deal. In fact, a lot of that's probably going to end up over here anyway. So we might not even have that much to mop once it's finally all done. That's not so bad. If there was neutronium here, then we're going to have to go on the left. And I don't want to open up this gas, so I think we're going to tile that. Just to make sure. I don't want to let this gas out. I guess it's going to be the same thing over here, isn't it? It's kind of why I want to be over 1 square. Oh well, that's okay. We'll make it work. We'll just do this 1 square at a time. It'll be slow, but we should be able to contain it. Okay, are you basically done leaking? This side is not done yet, so we'll leave that for a bit longer. Should probably give them some of these along the way, because it's all yucky air. And that will actually help with the breathability as it is, so that would be useful. So we'll just give them a couple of these randomly along the path, doesn't matter too much where. I've got 3 warts and 2 oxys waiting for attention. Okay. Right, so because I determined I had too many warts for my phosphorite. Yeah, I think this is enough warts in here. I don't think we really need any more. Especially if we wall that part off. I still don't know why I put warts in these rooms. I really don't. I should go back to the video where I did it and see if I said why I did it, because I can't think of any reason why I did it. But anyway. Sometimes I think of things and they sound great, and then, you know, X days later, I realize just how pointless and stupid they were. That's a thing that happens sometimes. Alright, that's probably enough of that. We'll just mop it and speed this along, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to end up needing another... And I guess I could actually leave the Tepedizer in, even once this is running, and just set it to a much higher temperature. So it will only kick on if this cooling loop is just not keeping up. Or I guess it's technically a heating loop, but if that loop is just not keeping up. So I guess there's no point in ripping it out. I'll just set the sensor to such a degree that it just will never run anyway. But it'll still be there as an option. Oh, it's very close to actually kicking on now. Or it would be if this... Okay, so you're 28 degrees over here, but you're only 19 over here. So this is just not passing temperature very well at all. You'd think liquid would be pretty good at that. We don't desperately need water, so I'm not even going to change it. I'm just going to keep working on this bit and see if we can just not even use it. That, I think, would be ideal. Anyway, so we're just going to have normal pipes in this section. And I don't know if I need to do the whole room or just half the room, but I can always just, you know, put one in between and then snip it. That'll be totally fine. Insulated from here out. Now, where exactly am I going to go here? Probably along here and basically following this ladder. Okay. I'm out of sandstone? Really? How does one run out of sandstone? Wowee, okay. That's not something I expected to see. Okay, well then I guess igneous rock it is, I guess. Wowee. I don't think I've ever in any colony in my entire life ever run out of sandstone. Most common substance there is. Anyway. Alright, through this part, I guess it doesn't really matter which side we go on. So we'll just follow the ladder. Follow the ladder. On this side, again, it doesn't look like it makes a huge difference which side I carve, so I guess we'll carve out this side. Okay. Here, doesn't matter. Okay, now on this side it does matter. We need to be going on the left, but I don't want to build all this yet, so we're going to stop before we get there. So I'll do a few squares of it just so I remember, but that's basically where it's going to be. Okay. So, dupes who aren't terribly busy. Congratulations. You're now slightly busier. That's craziness. I suppose what I'll do is I'll save just these tiling in bits, and only those bits are mega important, so they get done the second they're opened up. The rest of it can just be at whatever priority. It really does not matter. It also does mean I put this tile on the wrong side because I didn't know at the time about this neutronium. So you are actually supposed to be here. But that's fine. I'll get to that whenever. Okay. But I wonder if my low sandstone is why they never got around to repairing this stuff. So maybe it would be also worthwhile while I'm at it to change that up also to igneous rock. So they don't need that sandstone, and the bits that are there can be reclaimed and used for other bits. So okay, I think that'll work. Meanwhile, how is Bubbles doing towards a skill point? Oh, you're getting pretty close. As a reminder, once we get that one last skill point, I'll be able to give her the basic rocket piloting. So even though she's not going to know how to wear a suit and she's not going to be real good at it, she will at least be capable of getting on the rocket. And that will be helpful. Oh, right, you need lights. And you need to be colder in here. Okay. I forgot about the lights part. Well, that's fine. We can definitely sort you with lights. That we can do. That's fine. Now the temperature part, not so much. But clearly these warts are just not enough. How much heat do you give off? You only give off 1.25, and these things are supposed to be capable of basically doing 5. And you have 3 of them near you. That's crazy. Are you telling me I need to insulate around here? So I don't really want to have to do that. But I will if it becomes a problem. Yeah, just insulate this whole section, yeah? I guess we can start with that for now. All that off or not? It would mean they'd have to come around to work with this plant, but it's probably still worth it. Just to try to keep it in temperature just a little bit more often. Anyway, printables. I will be back. And there we go. More glass. Perfect. So after this one is in, we just will need one more rack of glass and then we're done with that. Very cool. Oh, we are completely out of gas. You're still dormant. You are dormant. That's not ideal. Oh, that, I guess, is at least a good opportunity to pop in and do the analysis. Yeah, I know it sucks in here, but as long as you take a couple passes at it, you'll get it done. And that's good experience for you. Yeah, both of these are dormant. Okay, you're dormant for 5 more days, basically. So we're going to be running just on coal and solar. Well, it's not ideal. So that tells me for sure, this project is not happening. Congratulations, never run. Okay. Well, then I guess it's good we're doing this after all. Yeah, you're definitely running out of air far faster than you're going to analyze that, so it's going to take you several trips. But at least with air quality up here, good, you don't have a long trip to go get a deep breath, so... And you don't lose your progress, thankfully. If you lost progress, that would be like an unbearable way of doing this, but... So it's slow, but you'll get it done. And I guess since we're in here anyway... Yeah, you're already on it. Good job, Nima. There's no reason we shouldn't be cleaning the place out of the stuff we can, right? So... Okay, now your temperature's fine, just you're not getting enough carbon dioxide. That's fine. As long as your temperature is fine, that's all I really care about. Your temperature is not yet there, but it's getting close. Nobody get to that ladder to do that? Is that what we're saying? I will give you temporary ladders, that's not a problem. You shouldn't need both of these, but I'll give them to you anyway, just to get you going. That's very, very close. I don't know. So I like having this airflow through here, but I wonder if maybe that's not a good idea. Although it is cooler up here, so it actually should be helping, if anything. I don't know. That and they are never going to be able to actually do these, are they? They can't get in here to actually work on it. They'll never actually get in there to work on that. This really should not take this long to get to, guys. It really shouldn't. This one should be easy. Maybe we won't worry about that much so much. Maybe we just wall it off there and call it close enough. No, we'll do it there and call that close enough. Okay, seriously, this should not be the hard part of your day, guys. It really shouldn't. Okay, so you're about 70-ish% done? It would be nice if it actually gave you a percentage on, like if we clicked on somebody to actually look at them, you could see the percentage they were at, instead of just the progress bar, but that's okay. But you should be getting very good experience out of doing that, I think. That being a science task. I think you get an experience bonus for it, but I could be wrong. Okay, seriously. We can't possibly be out of copper ore, right? Like, there's no scenario where we're out of copper ore. No, there's 32 tons of it somewhere. So why is nobody getting to this? There you go. See how easy that was? So now it's just waiting on the temperature to get in range, and then you'll be fine. Okay. I am starting to wonder if I should be picking up a 10th dupe just to get stuff moving faster. I've been a little concerned the food situation isn't really improving much. That's why I've been hesitant, but might actually need to do so. Might need to do so at some point just to get stuff moving. And if I did get another one, what would they actually be? Let's just take a quick look through here. So we've got, yeah, you're a digger constructor, right? You're a science, you're a rancher, And apparently I gave you backups in mechatronics. You're a builder. Eventually, I guess you were supposed to become a plumber and then never did for some reason, but anyway. Okay, you're our artist. You are our primary mechatronics. You're the farmer rancher. You're the cook doctor, and then you are the other digger builder. So I could get another person. Well, for one thing, I'm also curious why I never gave Jean the rest of plumbing. Well, maybe not pyrotechnics, but why you never got plumbing is beyond me. So, which hat are you wearing now? Demolition. Okay, so I've got you up here. But yeah, there's no reason why you shouldn't be allowed to do pipe emptying for me. In fact, you know what? Why don't you be our actual official plumber? There you go. Let's have an excuse to have a new hat. Because we like new hat time. Wherever you are. I don't actually even remotely see you. Oh, there you are. Awesome. But yeah, maybe it's worth getting another person whose only real purpose in life would be to get food, like either another farmer or another rancher or something. And maybe I just put in another rack of farming, right? Or we start, you know, eating pips. Don't really want to eat pips, but we certainly have enough of them. But yeah, let's think about where I could put in another row of farms. But let's first think about what I might get here. Okay, for now I'm just going to get some barbecue. They'll like it. It boosts our food numbers temporarily, but mostly I didn't see anything that jumped out at me as that I urgently need. I could have gotten glass or plastic or something useful, but nothing was really jumping out at me. Okay, well, I guess the question is, where is the temperature reasonable enough, if anywhere? Really, there isn't anywhere, is there? Up here isn't bad. So I could turn this into a farm area. That wouldn't be bad. There's plumbing right nearby, so it could even be hydroponics. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Actually, what is the actual room bonus for a proper farm? Is it relevant? Because if it's not, I'm not going to worry about it. So that just lets you use fertilizer here. Who cares? No, I don't need that. We'll just make this a gigantic super farm and not even worry about it. What I will do though is I will insulate it, so if I ever have to put in warts, they will already be in a better spot. And any liquid loss... No, I'll just use an airlock, never mind. I was going to put a lip in the floor, but I don't think that's really necessary. And again, that will be wedged open, because there's no point in having these doors be closed. And now plumbing. Okay, so right now you then just come through just to do that. You know what, you can just keep doing that. I'm just going to make this the easy way. And just basically split this pipe. And just do that. That'll be easy. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do mealwood or bristle, or I don't know what it's going to be. Mealwood would want nothing, really. Bristle would want just water, right? And then light. Yeah, we'll do bristle. It's simple enough. Give you a couple lights. Something like that. So that means I have to actually heavy wall plate that, but that's fine. I don't know if that's going to interfere with this or not if I cut across that, so I'll just go around it. It's probably not necessary, but we'll do it anyway. And yeah, that means now I can get another person who will be a dedicated farmer. And just having that extra warm body will drastically, well maybe not drastically, but will at least slightly improve how fast stuff gets done. I just have to make sure to remember to put them on second shift. So actually, I guess if I get a night owl, that might even be better, but it probably doesn't matter. Either way, that's the plan. 1.6 cycles until we can do that. That's plenty of time for them to get most of this built. In fact, it looks like most of it already is. So I'll probably want just one wart, really. And I'll put it right in the middle. What about oxys? Do I need something for them? No, just fertilization and water, so I can actually put an oxy in too, just to make it easier to breathe for the farmer. And everything else will just be bristles. Or blossoms, or whatever they're called. These guys. There we go. And that will drastically improve the food supply. Obviously it's going to take a while to grow and finish putting all this in that, but in theory, that should do it. So I will just cut ahead to either something happening or this being done or the new person, whichever happens first.
A few hours later.
Okay, and we are back. The printing pod came up and I have picked our new farmer. It will be Ellie here. She is just 100% farming. She doesn't have any other skills, but she's just absolutely amazing at it. She's bad at construction, but she'll never do it anyway, so who cares? Alright, iron gut is good, uncultured is fine. So yeah, you're just a super farmer. Welcome aboard, Ellie. So let's get you immediately sorted out here. Alright, so farming is your number one 100%. Nothing else you do matters. You can do whatever much or little you want. That's totally cool. You should already have one skill point. That will of course go straight into here. We'll even start you with a hat right off the bat because that's just the kind of people we are. And we will put you on second shift, and that's it. There we go. We'll watch you get your hat, and then I'll show off the place that you're going to be working. So, as you can see, it's basically done. I did have to dig all this part out because I realized they wouldn't be able to actually build the ceiling, so I just dug all that bit out. But yeah, they finished that just a few seconds before the printing pod, so I didn't bother cutting back in for it. Yeah, we are already up. You can see the junk that fell from up here, which I have put on a sweep order for, but they just haven't gotten to, but that's fine. Either way, these are all in. I'm pretty sure all the plants are even, yeah, all the plants are even planted. They're happily growing. That is good. So in a couple days when we get the first harvest, our food stocks will monumentally improve. And that's very cool. Work over here has been going, but obviously since they were busy on that, it's been extra slow, but that's fine. But it is moving. But yeah, that's where we are, so I think we're going to call things there for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and a comment, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.